Chase for the first down. Beautiful pass right in front of Rock Yassin for a 12-yard gain.
Got them going in the playoff game last year was Jamar Chase on these deep bench routes to the sideline. It gets them into a rhythm. It's a safe place to throw it when you're uncomfortable as a quarterback.
Burrow's 4 out of 4 on the drive. Back to the air here. Over the middle again. T. Higgins has it. Another Cincinnati first down.
Similar situation here. Joe Burrow with the play fake. It holds both linebackers, so that space in the middle of the field is available for him. Great job with that, holding in the ball to the running back's belly so that Patrick Queen and Roquan Smith think that it's a must touchdown situation. If they don't make it, I would expect they go for it on 4th down.
Burrow to Higgins. Touchdown! That's the Bengals we know.
Well, this is the guy we saw on Friday going to work during the red zone practice. You love him down here because he's such a big and physical target. As a quarterback, you can put it high and away and trust that the defender is not going to be able to go through.
Burrow to Higgins for a first down. Spun down at midfield. Big play on 3rd down. Washington the tackle after a 16-yard gain.
Field, they show 3 pressure up the middle, bail out, but they're not able to get back in time. Tempo might be exactly what they need. Calm things down on the Ravens side of the ball.
Burrow to Higgins. Found some space in the middle and dragged down at the 15. Roquan Smith on the tackle.
In zone coverage right here, and T. Higgins inside releases it, gets behind Roquan Smith. Middle of the field is where they're going to attack.
Higgins at the bottom of your screen. Burrow pressure coming, looking for Higgins. He's got it! Touchdown! Players not plays, and the player there is T. Higgins.
Joe Burrow puts this ball right outside the goal area, keeps his feet in bounds and snags it out of the air. 2-hand catch. He's certainly sure of it. Joe Burrow very confident letting that one go.
Tight end Sample is in there to block. Burrow gets it out along the sidelines, and the catch is made. It's a first down. Chase went down and got it in front of Kendrick to make sure he got in.
It's kind of what we talked about. Just hang on him a little bit. Gets Kendrick inside, flattens it off with the throw. Joe Burrow looks like he drags both feet and pins that ball on the right shoulder. Great throw, Lou.
That release was nasty.
That's how you got to do it.
That's nasty.
6 catches, still looking for that first big play of the season. Burrow has time across the middle, and he finds tight end, and he's knocked down at the 25. Tanner Hudson has made an impact tonight since being activated off the practice squad. Looking for opportunities to contribute. Just 2 carries in the young season. Fake it to him. Burrow on the move, lofting downfield, and Chase has got it. Jamar Chase has arrived finally as a playmaker in 2023.
Watch Jamar Chase right here, and watch the corner. Watch his eyes as Joe Burrow fakes the toss and comes back out of it. You see him right here. He gets caught. He doesn't gain depth, doesn't help his safety out. And Jamar Chase brings it inside and takes it right back out of Keller Witherspoon. You see him right there.
It's a great job by Joe of kind of going through that fake.
The ball handler.
It's really limiting this offense right now.
Burrow floats it, got hit as he threw, and Boyd was right there in front of McCreary to pick it up for a first down.
Boy, and I tell you, Simmons on the inside, he's just such a beast, such a powerful man. Drives Karras, the center back, and gets that on the arm. And again, this little quick little slant, delayed a little bit.
Burrow. Pressure comes. Floats away. Backs the other way and into the end zone for the touchdown. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown of the season.
Pre-calf injury, Joe Burrow, watch. He's going to let some rush get by him, and he's just going to mosey back up into the pocket and settle. That's his magic right there, and that's when this team...
On first down, Burrow with time, looking deep, looking for Chase. He's got it, and Jamar Chase on the deep ball for the touchdown. 63 yards, Burrow to Chase.
Well, here goes Jamar Chase. He's going to blow the top off the defense, and they're going to hold the other side of the defense with Irwin. He splits the two defenders, turns on the Jets, and Joe Burrow up top.
Off the play fake. Burrow. Flush to the right. Looking for the back of the end zone. It's Chase again. His third touchdown catch of the day. And he sets a new Cincinnati single game record with his 14th catch, giving the Bengals a 30-20 lead.
And Chase is going to run up and then all the way back down the back end line above the Cardinals and just mirror his quarterback in right there. Oh.
Burrow from the gun. Rifles. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. The Bengals an extra point away from the equalizer.
And used the word patience before in the run game for Seattle. How about the patience of Tyler Boyd? Looked like he was just doing a little stutter at the line of scrimmage. Widened Reek Woolen out with one step to the outside. And then came inside, and he's open, and Burrow delivers. His ability to get rid of the football quickly and to the right people means you don't have to hold your blocks quite as long.
Burrow airs it out. Coming back for it, Jamar Chase. Flag on the play. Spin move by Chase. Bonus yards after the grab.
Look at him working against Reek Woolen. Gave a little subtle shove in the back to keep Woolen going in one direction, and he put the brakes on and came back and got it.
Offside defense, number 97.
Right there in the middle, you saw Mario Edwards jump.
First down.
And as you noted, Ian, Joe Burrow knew he had something free. Let's go ahead and take it.
That's a factory. First and goal. Fake it. Burrow sells it. Buying time. Burrow waiting. Throws. Touchdown.
And this is what we've been talking about. Joe Burrow and the calf being healed. Notice how he kept the play alive, danced out of the pocket. And because of that, that allows receivers to make a second and a third reaction to find themselves open.
Randy Gregory comes into that defensive front for San Francisco. And from the pocket, Burrow now stepping back, trying to find some breathing room, and it's still alive as he throws, and it's caught by Higgins. What a sensational play by Joe Burrow, and a catch by Higgins, and a marker is down.
You have hope, Cincinnati. This is what he's been doing his whole career. He just extends and does things. It's dead. It's gone. Nope. This is Joe Burrow. He was not able to do this earlier this year.
Defense, number 7. That penalty is declined, resulted in
2nd and 6. They have one rushing touchdown all season long. Going to go up top here. Burrow to the end zone. He's there, and it is caught for the touchdown. Tyler Boyd with the catch from 7 yards out.
Coming back, and what a great play design. A little out, and then boom, to the corner, and that ball is in a perfect spot. Good job by Boyd, not putting his hands up too early. It's like that Randy Moss where you don't give away that you're going to catch that. You're just waiting, and then boom.
1st and 10. San Francisco 35. Open in the middle. It's Boyd again. And he fights for a couple of extra yards. Well done.
You see Burrow, he moves Greenlaw. The best quarterbacks, you're going against zone here, comes flying in. You see Greenlaw there, but all the top QBs, if you're going to play a rare team that can turn it on like this when they get healthy.
1st and goal. There was movement. They're playing it out.
Kind of
flag down. They're trying to. Kind of sleepwalking through it. And it's caught for a touchdown.
That's a touchdown if they didn't blow a whistle, right? Offside. Kind of giving up on watch. So what happens is 99 jumps offside, Kinlaw. But most of the time when you're playing.
2nd and 9. Stepping up in the pocket. He's going to run with it. Burrow's got the first down and takes on more yardage. Boy, he is now running fearlessly.
Watch, this is man-to-man. This is what you need to do versus it's 2-man, which means you got a lot of double teams. Safeties are high, and they run man-to-man. Now go ahead and run this. Now hit pause right here. If you're in 2-man and you're helping everybody, see this man-man? No one's in the middle. Quarterback, your job then, you can run the ball. Niners are fortunate that didn't go 90 yards.
Could have definitely gone the distance as Burrow goes up top. Open is Chase. delivers. That is Higgins. I beg your pardon. Higgins with a nice catch.
A team who was way behind the rest of the NFL and plays over 15 yards is starting to turn it up a notch.
33 yards. We're heading to the fourth since he leads.
In his career leading up to that, Jim.
Now here they are on 1st and 10 from the 17. Wide open! Touchdown! Jamar Chase. Oh, what a flip. You talk about the catch or the flip?
All of it. But he's going to pretend like he's blocking out here. And that's going to make the nickel corner get hesitant. Oh, for the screen. No, it's not.
Here's Burrow out of the gun. Over and up. Above they go, and Chase.
Duos that can do this. This is a perfectly thrown ball against a double team. They double team Chase here. Right foot and left toe drag. That is a catch.
How about you got a defender in front of you, one behind you, and he drops it right in there perfectly.
I mean, so many layers to this being perfect, right? It's a perfectly thrown ball, the only spot. Perfect.
Empty backfield, 1st and goal. Burrow, end zone. Smith, got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What an opener.
So hard to cover. Anytime you have all that green grass, you see the slot fade, you see these corner routes down on the goal line. And for Jordan Poyer, just not much you can do when you make a perfect throw that high to a big tight end. And for Irv Smith.
3rd and 10, Bills bring the pressure. The throw by Burrow is perfect to Boyd at the 25-yard line. Tyler's got a first down.
A problem as a quarterback, and they brought everybody here. And once you do that, if you do not get home, you're one-on-one with these Bengals receivers, and you're not going to win. You're just not going to win. That entirely was on the fact the Bills' pass rush did not get there. I know it's what everybody wants to watch the draft and make it out to be, but that's not what it is.
Ravion Williams now in there is the back. Bills bring some heat. Chase gets free between Johnson and Jackson.
They're going to back up and play a little bit of soft zone here, anticipating that Taron Johnson can get over the top of it, which he could not. It was a really good read that time by Burrow, seeing that sort of cover 2-ish. That's where the protection will slide left with Lester.
Nightly news promo. Here's Burrow back to pass and firing left side, complete to Tyler Boyd on Taron Johnson to the 43-yard line.
These guys up. He starts yelling Lester, Lester, Lester. Well, left. There you go. It's not that complicated. And you just slide everybody over to the left. Now you've got the one-on-one coverage with your slot against Taron Johnson. Huge play for Joe Burrow and Boyd.
Joe Burrow, 348 yards passing.
3rd and 7. Another 3rd down on the opening drive. Williams is the back. Burrow to the air, and he's got him. Caught. Touchdown. Owen. What a throw by Burrow. It's a 32-yard touchdown pass. The Bengals strike first.
Stingley just off of IR. Jamar Chase is in the slot running the out route. Irwin's just going to go. You got the safety in the back half. Just by the mere presence of Jamar Chase going to the flat. That just caught.
And streaming on Paramount Plus. Burrow 1st and 10. Heavy pressure. Got away right there on the move and running up the middle. Brought down from behind by Horton. Burrow who runs for 16 and a first down to the 42.
Well, and as he scrambled, stepped up in the pocket, it looked like he was going to try throwing it down the field and then realized there was a big opening there. Been using his feet the last couple weeks.
Williams had a block and Brown had a block. The 2 tackles go and deep. He's got him. Chase at the 20. You can kiss him goodbye. Touchdown Cincinnati. 64 yards.
Jamar Chase is on a drag route at 5 yards deep, working from left to right. He is going to be the outlet. As soon as Burrow escapes the pocket. Jamar Chase recognizes that. He stops his drag route, switches, turns around.
22 of 29, 219 with a pick and 2 touchdown passes. Blocked by Williams, time to throw. Downfield, Chase, he's got him. Pickup of 22. What a throw by Burrow.
You're going to have to attack a cover 2 zone. That's what happened there.
3rd and 10. Rankins couldn't get him. Chased by Anderson, downfield, caught! What a grab, what a throw! Irwin makes the catch.
Well, here's the mobility we talked about throughout this entire game because of the health of the calf, but throwing back across your body to the middle of the field in between.
11 carries and 46 yards for him. 2nd and 10. Burrow. What a catch! Boyd off to the races. Broke a tackle. Petrie. He's gone. Let's see. They knock him out of bounds inside the 10. What a throw. Burrow. Boyd. 65 yards.
Boyd in the left slot, able to come and find the opening in the zone. He's able to get the completion over Perriman. Takes it inside the 10.
3rd and 4. Pressure again. The throw. Reaching up, grabbing.
He just is going to go out and then up, and Queen's got to be able to try to stay with him with his speed. It's something he's more than capable of doing, but I think he expected him to continue down to the outside towards the sideline, and then he turned upfield. Burrow gets the ball out of his hands.